feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my veins.
North Carolina. We're so happy to have you guys here. You guys excited?
In the sky,
Alright, that's what I like to hear.
the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough to make something right and make up for what I've lost.
Okay, so we were on Highway 20 heading west through Georgia. The navigation system said, we need to reroute you because there's traffic ahead.
Just so you know, Highway 20 is like 94. Major highway. And this is where we are in the backwoods of Georgia.
I think we hear banjos playing.
Well, didn't think we'd be off-roading today. Everybody just say a prayer we don't get stuck.
Things turn around, didn't ever think they could. I'm done with the bad, I need a little bit of good.
All right, where are we, Amy?
Dinosaur Valley State Park, outside of Dallas, Texas.
Okay, we are in Roswell, New Mexico.
We're at the Petrified Forest National Park, outside of Holbrook, Arizona.
Hi folks, today we are at Meteor Crater, located outside of Winslow, Arizona.
Should I be worried about our solar panels? Oh crap, that's loud.
Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
And I know this looks like wood. It really does. And, you know, but that is hard as literally a rock. All right, I mentioned this on an earlier video, but because I'm a veteran, both Amy and I, we did not have to pay any entrance fee to the national park. So, wonderful perk for our service members.
Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
So it's the morning after our stay, our first day on the Bureau of Land Management, BLM land. We were greeted this morning to a hot air balloon show, a sunrise hot air balloon show, and you can still see 3 of them in front of us here. I think we saw
Probably 10 behind us.
yeah, as many as 10, I think. But it was a great sight, great night, and we're off to see Sedona. Okay, so how did I think the Beyond perform? Let's start with a couple positive things. I want to talk about the cab. First of all, the audio, the microphone in here, when you're making a phone call, oh my gosh, it's the best I think we've ever experienced. I'm asking people when I call them, hey, how do we sound? You know, is there a lot of cab noise? So, you know, I don't know what type of microphone that the Transit includes, but it's phenomenal. I'm also really pleased with the gas mileage. You know, compared to some other RVs, you know, we've done pretty good on this trip. We've averaged anywhere from 13.5 to over 14 miles per gallon. So pretty pleased with that as well. So many other things that have, you know, met or exceeded my expectations. But, you know, are there a couple of things that, you know, I was maybe surprised at, dare I say disappointed? A little bit. you know, one of which I guess I was just more unprepared for. We were driving through Texas, had some very strong winds, I think like 60, 70 mile an hour gusts of winds. And I'm going to tell you, those were some bare white knuckle days. It required both hands on the steering wheel to make sure that the Beyond, you know, stayed where it should have been. The wind catches this thing like a sail. I'm sure many of you have experienced that as well. Also, one other thing I want to back up that I was actually quite pleased with. You know, you could tell from our video, we traveled far more off-road than what we had expected. And despite what I thought was some low clearance, you know, the Beyond performed really well. You know, it was really strange, though, when we were driving forward, the suspension was much more loose. We experienced more bumps. Those few times, those occasions when we had to back up, I don't know if it was because of the dualies, whatever, just seemed to handle the bumps better. But overall, you know, we were actually quite surprised, and we went off, you know, off-road. The other thing, you know, if you saw one of our earlier videos, we installed a rod in front of me here to allow for a curtain, you know, allow for a curtain. So we don't really want to use the sunshades that much. And we initially installed a spring-based tension rod. And while it worked okay, it was quite noisy. There's a spring inside there that was going back and forth. So we've replaced that with a wooden dowel rod. I will paint this later. And Amy also either sewed or affixed, I'm not sure what she did. Sewed. She sewed some Velcro attachments to the two curtains here that allow us to, you know, very quickly create a nice, light, tight scene at night. So very pleased with that as well.